Hello everyone, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
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 So today is our solve with this instructor, right? Let me start.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you all please go to this link jointpd.com and please go to jointpd.com and enter this code on the right top of my screen, OIGPOF. Okay, so also keep pen and paper along with you, and because we'll be doing some question week 4 calculating like correlation, contingency table and everything. All topics will be covered in the week 4.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have a doubt from the previous week. Can I please ask?
After these slides, we will cover these slides first, and then I will take the doubt session.
All right.
So what
Have
is
you
the code?
It's on the right top of the screen, OIGVOF. Type in chat. So, okay, so shall we start?
Yes, so
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, firstly, whenever a question appears, on the left bottom of your screen, you will see an option, answer the question. If it's MCQ, you will see the option, just select the correct one. And if it's numerical, you have to type the number in the blank. Okay. Okay, so first we will cover the association between two categorical variables. For that, we make contingency table 2 cross 2 and then find the row relative and column relative frequencies. Okay. The row relative frequencies is just like relative frequency for that row, in which each entry in the row is divided by the total of that row only. And similarly for the column, we divide each entry of the column by the total of that column. If row relative frequencies are same for each rows, like similar, not same, then we say that the variables are not associated. And also remember, if row relative frequencies are similar, then column relative frequency will also be similar in between. We don't have to check both of them. So that's written here. If row relative frequencies are same for all rows, then we say the two variables are not associated. And if it's different, then we can say that, yeah, they are associated. Because for different rows, there is something different things happening. Okay, so here is your first question. Okay, it's just a college survey in which we are dividing students in 3 categories: freshmen, the second year students, and seniors. And we have asked them the question whether they own at least 1 credit card or not. So this is the data recorded in the table. And you have to answer what proportion of total students are in the second year for this. Please start answering. You will be seeing the answer question button on the left bottom of your right bottom of your screen. Sorry. You can see 60 participants, but here only 37. Okay. New joinees, you all can go to joinpd.com and enter the code on the right top of the screen. So you all can answer it.
Sir, can you repeat once again? What did you say?
Yeah, in the new tab, open joinpd.com. Okay. And there it will ask for a code. Enter the code on the right of my screen, OIGVOF. Is my voice clear? Or
Voice
is
is
it
very low.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir, just
You're
a
audible.
You're audible.
Okay, is it
Sir,
fine now?
voice is very... No,
Not bad.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, is there a space between OIG and VOF?
No, you can enter it as it is. Won't make a difference.
Okay, sir.
Okay, 43 people have joined this. Okay. Still more. Okay, let me set the timer. I think we can do it for 3 minutes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, here can we ask doubts about the mock questions, or is this the only thing?
For mocks, you will have 2 sessions on Thursday and on Saturday this week. Okay. And this week you won't be having week 5 sessions. You will be having qualifier session only.
Okay. In this session, in this particular session, we will solve these type of questions only, no, sir?
Yeah, these question and week 4 doubts after the slides.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, we have to join in 2 mock tests or only 1?
I think one is the timed mock test and others are just for your practice, right? We will discuss, there are 3 mock tests. We will discuss all the 3 mock tests in the next session.
No, you said that Thursday and Saturday. When I should join? In both the days.
Yeah, on Thursday we will discuss the mock test paper, and on Saturday we will do a revision session for first 4 weeks.
Sir, these sessions will be already added in the calendar.
Yeah, it's the same timing as regular.
There is tomorrow, Thursday and Saturday are the mock tests.
Yeah, I think the dates have been added to the calendar and have been announced as well.
It's not yet marked in the calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, it's not added.
So
One
will
mock
we
test
have
is
will we have
there.
to refresh the calendar, sir? Is it
One
added?
mock test is added to your portal, right? I see one mock test.
Yeah, mock test is added in the portal, but the sessions you were talking about.
Yeah, the regular session you have every Thursday and Saturday.
Not for all subjects, mock test is added in the portal. I think for math and comp science, it's computer technology.
Yeah, for stats one also you have one mock, right?
I think
Sir,
so. The calendars in the calendar section, the only up till the 2 consecutive days the calendar is updated. After that, means when you will be when the date will be 26, then the calendar of 8 will be added on the calendar.
Okay, so that as per my info, next Thursday you will be having a discussion on mock tests for qualifiers. Okay, and the 5 to 7 session, and Saturday 2 to 4 session we will revise all the 4 weeks once again from the beginning.
Sir, it will be okay if you please share the information in IITM WhatsApp group, official group.
There is no, I am not aware of that WhatsApp group, but yeah, the information will be shared with you. If any modification is there, after finalizing the dates, we will share the information with you.
Okay, sir.
I think dates are not finalized yet.
Thursday you got 5 to 7, right?
Yeah, these are just tentative, you can say. the final dates will be announced to you
Yeah.
And
by today or
mock
by
test will be in virtual mode, na? In online mode, na?
yeah, it will be an online one.
But that scores are going to be used for something?
Can you repeat, please?
That mock test scores are used for something?
No. It's just for your practice.
Practice, okay, thank you.
Yeah. I
Question
think
is not visible.
question is not. It's visible. I think you can go. My screen is visible, right? Question is visible.
Yes,
to
sir.
everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have answered, sir. Can we move to the answer?
Yeah, I think we should switch to next question now. Okay. Next screen. Let me see. Okay. Why people are answering between 25 and 50? No, it's asking proportion. Okay, so here total number of students is 300. It's also mentioned in the question somewhere, I think. Yeah, 100 freshmen, 100 second year, and 100 seniors. 300 students, out of which second year students are only 100. So proportion will be 0.33. Okay. Next question. Let's do this portion a bit fast, I think. All can. Yeah, please start answering. Have you all started doing that mock test on the portal? That one mock test?
Yes, there are many doubts.
Okay. Difficulty level gonna be somewhat similar. So practice a bit.
So it is written that we have to enter answer correct to the 2 decimal places.
Yeah.
Should we enter the answer correct to do 2 decimal places after rounding off, or just as we are getting?
You have to calculate till 3 decimal place for rounding it off to 2 decimal place, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
calculate it 3 decimal place and then round it to 2 decimal place and then enter it.
Okay, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay, and 37 people have attempted still. Let's wait for a minute. Then switch to next one.
Excuse me, sir. Do we just type it the answer, or we have to? There is submit. There is a submit option here.
No, there is no submit option, right? You just have to answer. I think if you type, it will be stored in the data. Okay, someone is raising the hand, I think. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I have some doubts on correlation. So can I ask after the end of this session or now?
Yeah, you can. We will cover correlation also in further slides
sir.
as well. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Shall I ask then? I mean,
Yeah,
when
you
it will
can
be
ask
covered?
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I think let's move to next question. It's enough time. What proportion? Okay. Let me see. I just wanted to know why are people answering between 37.5 and 50? I'm asking for proportion. It can't be greater than 1, right? Still people. Okay. So as we know, total students are 300 and number of students who
0.4. You already
Yeah.
written. Same, correct.
okay, number of students who don't own a credit card are we have to just submit, right?
Sir, where can I post the answer that you written some OIG
Yeah, you have to go to joinpd.com and then
join
enter
PD?
this
Okay,
code.
thanks.
Okay. Okay, so just you have to add these three values. In credit card response, who have responded no. These are the number of students who don't own a credit card. And then you have to just calculate the proportion. I think it's easy one. Okay. Next is proportion of students who own a credit card are freshmen. Okay. Just wait for 3 minutes for this.
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Yes, please ask. Yeah.
So, for example, I'm getting an answer I'm just giving an example. I'm not quoting the answer itself. For
Mhm.
example, I'm getting the answer 0.1, and question asks that I have to enter the answer correct up to 2 decimal places. So, should I mention 0.10?
Yeah, like notation wise 0.10 is correct, but 0.1 will also be correct. It won't make any difference.
Okay.
But don't go till 3 decimal place, like 0.100 or something.
Okay. So we can write 10, right? 0.10.
Yeah, you can write. Yeah.
Okay. Sir. Thank you, sir.
So, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
So while we are doing our calculations, right, for the purposes of the exam, is there any convention we should follow for the purposes of rounding offenses? Because at times, like when I did the calculations with the m plus function, right, like so I did not round off any values at the beginning. So at times the final answer for me has gone a bit off by 0.02 and such.
Okay.
And because of that, the answers usually have the range, right?
Yeah.
So at times I was seeing that it had gone off by like 0.02 or something like that while rounding off. So
I think you may have made some minor error because the range is good enough to, carry all the calculations. Like if someone is taking 5 decimal places and then calculating, then also the range will be in the correct answer. So you may have made some minor mistake, I think.
so it doesn't really matter, like to how much you take the value or such.
You always try to be convenient. Like, okay, if I'm asking for 2 decimal places for answer, so just try to keep everything in 2 decimal places and go further calculation. Just try to
Okay,
do that.
so even before the final rounding off, like
Yeah.
just round it off to 2 decimal places for the
Yeah, it's
intermediate
more
calculations.
convenient way. Yeah.
Every given
Okay.
data, we should convert them to up to 2 decimal places, right, sir?
Not every, but it will be mentioned in the question. Like in the further question, you see I have mentioned 3 decimal places. So just try to keep every value till 3 decimal place and proceed further.
Yes, so that's what I'm asking. That we have the liberty of converting the given data up to the given decimal places for calculation.
Yeah, it's just the safer side, because if it's sometimes possible that you may exceed the upper limit if you have made some minor error and taking large decimal places. It's sometimes possible.
Yes.
So we are always very much afraid to round it off because the value changes altogether. That's why we are afraid to just round it off to 2 decimal places and enter altogether a new value.
Yeah, see, here in graded assignment, the calculations are a bit lengthy. Okay, I know, but in the qualifier and quizzes, the data will be really small and calculation will be really simple. So there it won't make any problem for you.
Sir, sir, a small question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the mock test that we are given, is this the intensity we are going to get in the qualifier exams, or it will be much
These
higher
are the
or-
previous qualifier papers. So you can take an idea from that.
Okay.
Sir, if there is a mention in the question that 2 decimal places, I simply round off and put the value.
Yeah, it will always be mentioned in the question, like how much decimal place you have to try to be like follow this instruction. Otherwise, it's possible that you may go out of range. Like sometimes a range is 0.5 to 0.53, and you are entering till 3 decimal place. So you may enter 0.532, which will go out of range.
Sir, I mean here the in the present question we don't have to
Yeah.
round it off, right? We just have to calculate and place the answer up to 2 decimal places. There is no
Yeah.
mention that we have to round it off somewhere like that.
Yeah, it's mentioned you have to correct 2 decimal place. If it's going till 3-4 decimal place, then convert it into 2 only. Okay, let's switch to the
Oh, yeah, okay.
let's switch to the answers. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think it's better now. People are answering between 0 and 1 only. Okay. Yeah, so see, number of students owning a credit card is just a sum of the first row, 45, 51, 81, and of which freshmen are 42.
Sir, why the total are 178?
Can you repeat, please?
178.
Yeah, it's the
Okay,
total number of
number of
students who own a credit card.
credit card.
This is the sum of first row, and of those freshmen are
Oh.
just 42, right?
Actually, we just had 42 plus 58. The number of total freshman student. It is not.
No, it's mentioning who own a credit card. So owning a credit card is first row, and of those freshmen are only 42. Okay, so students owning credit card are 178. Of those 42 are freshmen. So proportion is this. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please. Rest all, please start solving this. Yeah, please ask.
Actual rounding off to 2 decimal places.
Mhm.
Actually, if the third decimal place is above 5, we'll add 1 to the second decimal place.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, you have to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, freshman, sophomore, and senior are all in one guess, no, sir?
In the previous question. Hello. I think Shirin Niketan is raising hand. Yeah, please, Shirin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
सर
Yeah.
सर मुझे इस क्वेश्चन से रिलेटेड कोई डाउट नहीं था. जैसे मुझे
Okay.
ग्रेडेड असाइनमेंट 3 में वीक 3 के ग्रेडेड असाइनमेंट में थर्ड क्वेश्चन का जो आंसर है मेरा किसी भी हालत में निकल नहीं रहा. बहुत तरीके से सॉल्व करने की कोशिश किया. मैंने मतलब कुछ जो प्रीवियस क्लासेस जो हुए थे उसमें भी मैंने देखा, उन्होंने भी समझाया, लेकिन मेरे जो वैल्यूज हैं उससे मैं निकाल रहा हूँ तो जो आंसर वहाँ पे है मेरा बहुत डिफरेंट आ रहा था. मैं सब सेम कर रहा हूँ बट तब भी डिफरेंट आ रहा था.
Okay, we will look into that after this.
Yes, sir.
We'll look into it. Next, Kajol, yeah, please ask. You are raising your hand. I think she's not here. Okay, next is Aman Patel. Yeah, please ask. You are raising.
Yes, sir. मेरे को ये पूछना है कि in this types of questions while calculating मतलब proportion जब अपन निकालेंगे तो उसमें कॉलम का टोटल लेंगे कि रो का टोटल लेंगे, उसमें आइडेंटिफाई करने में डिफिकल्टी आ रही है.
It's mentioned in the question. Like the previous question was, how many freshmen, well, like what proportion of freshmen owns a credit card, right? So first you have to look at how many total students owning the credit card, which is the sum of first row, because credit card response is yes. 42 freshmen, 55 second year, and 81 seniors have owned the credit card, right?
Yes,
and then you have to look at the freshmen. Only 42 freshmen on the credit card. So you have to just read the question and just get the idea what they are asking about.
Sir, graded ये अपना वीक 4 क्वेश्चन नंबर 8
We will look at that after the slides.
4.2 में जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 है उसमें प्रॉब्लम जाती थी.
Okay, we
Sir,
will
can you
get back
please
to that.
show the second question's
Okay.
answer once?
Second question answer once. Okay. Yeah.
The previous one, second.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, if the row relative frequency or column relative frequency are same for all rows, then we can say that two categorical variables are associated with each
Are
other.
not associated if they are same.
Yeah. Sir, not. Sir, is this same or there seems to be similar?
It will never be exactly same. It will be just similar, kind of same to each other. Similar.
Sir,
you can
row
say.
relative frequency means total yes responses. I mean, freshman yes responses divided by total yes responses, right?
Row relative, yeah.
Sir, if
Freshman yes divided by total yes, sophomore yes
Yeah.
divided by total yes.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Sir, if row relative frequencies are same for all rows, then we can say that column relative frequency are also going to be same.
Yeah, then it will be same. You don't have to calculate it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, don't, because
So can we now?
yeah, because you have to be like bit try to save time, because there will be
Sir,
only
give answers.
1.5 was. Okay, yeah, just wait 30 seconds more and I will show.
Sir, graded assignment 3.
Yeah, we will discuss it
I
after
got
that.
six answers correct. Still, they're giving me only 25 marks, sir.
This issue isn't resolved yet. I think still you are facing the same issue.
Yes,
Is
sir.
there?
They will not
Yes,
change
sir.
my
Yes, sir. I am
marks.
also.
Okay, your
That
team
means
is
I will
looking
fail,
into
sir.
it. Yeah, team is looking into it. It will be corrected. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I think let's move to the next question. Let me see your responses. Okay. 44 people have answered no. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So see, I've calculated all this. It's just like freshman, like 42 divided by 178 and so on. You can see that these are not same. For first row is 24, 31, 46. And for second row is 48, 37, 16. So these are not similar in any way. So you can say these are not. Yeah.
So what does this mean, like mathematically similar? Like, is there like from like some range 0.1?
No.
difference?
If the here it's see, you can see it's 0.24 for yes and freshman, right? For no also, if it's something 0.23 something or 0.23, 0.25, like very close to each other. There is no specific range, but they are very close to each other. Then you can say that yeah, they are similar.
Sir, if I am getting the answer 0.235, so do I need to round it off or not? Because in the previous question you have mentioned the answer 0.24.
Yeah,
I just took
if you are
only
answering this
0.23.
question, then you have to round it off to 2 decimal places, 0.24.
But it was 0.235. So in the case of 5, we do not add, right?
In case of 5, you also add. If it's less than 5, you don't add. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse
So
me, sir.
from 5 till 9, we need to add.
So they
Yeah.
are in similar, no, sir? Sir, question 4, sir. Once again,
So
can you
can you
explain
please
it?
once again explain the answer?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Let me do that. Okay. See, for row relative frequency is just every entry in the row. Like here, see, for freshman and yes is 42. Okay, 42 divided by the total of this row, 42, 55, 81.
So that is 122, right?
Yes.
It's
Then again
178.
55 by
178. It's 178. Yeah. So
Yes.
42 divided by 178 is 0.24.
Okay.
For second year, it will be 55 divided by 178. Then it will be 81 by 178. So that's the value I have put it here. Then for the next row, it's the row total is 122. Then 58 by 122, 45 by 122, and 19 by 122.
Yeah.
And also don't forget to check this total one. Also always check this total also. Okay.
Sir, for no, if we just for row one first cell and the second cell, if
Yeah.
these two are only the different, then we know the answer that this is not similar, right?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
why you mentioned to check total, sir?
Because it's sometimes possible that these two may come similar, but total may not. So then also it's not similar. All rows should be similar.
There was no row of total, na, sir.
You have to calculate it yourself, like 42 plus 58, 100. This one is also 100, 55 plus 45, 81 plus 19 is also 100. So for first entry of total, it would be 100 divided by
Sir,
300.
that's the column total, right?
Yeah, but the row is total, right? The row total is just the sum of these columns.
Oh, okay.
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 So you consider it in row.
Okay.
Okay, I think this question won't take any time. If you know about the row relative frequency, you know about the column relative also.
Yeah.
Let me just set 1 minute timer.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
So for a table to be for the table to be associated, so we have to check both the column and the row relative frequency, or one of them is correct.
One of them is sufficient. If row relative frequencies are similar, then
Yeah.
column relative will also be similar. If row relative are not, then column relative also not, and vice versa. Okay.
If they're not similar, then they're not associated also.
If they're not similar, then they are associated, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here, see, I have calculated this column relative frequencies. I have also included the total column as well. Don't forget to consider it. And you can see that these are not similar at all. And you can take it as an example that if row relative frequencies are not similar, then column relative will also be not similar. Okay. Next question, is there an association? I think I have already answered it. Let's just start a timer.
Can I ask you an unrelated question?
Yeah, please. Yeah, ask. We have 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a mail. You got a minimum average till week 3, but my average is around 93. So then it is written your eligibility will be confirmed based on your week 4 assignment score. Can you tell me why is that?
Actually, I have
we
no.
all got that.
Okay, but it's not minimum. Why is showing minimum?
I think they're trying to say that the minimum requirement is something or the other, and your score is calculated in the first assignment for for the assignment blocks.
I think this question was discussed prior to this session. The admin session was held. It was discussed in brief.
Okay, yeah, it's actually admin related query. If you still have doubt, you can mail to support team. They will answer.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I have a question. the week 5 assignments, or is there any possibility to increase the deadline by a day or two?
I'm not sure about that, but yeah, try to complete it by week 5 is really easy. They have only 2 lectures. It's not heavy for you guys, I think. Just try to complete it in deadline. We will discuss about it with the team.
Because till 10th, I made my mind to prepare for the qualifier. On the 10th there is qualifier, but before that we need to prepare for the qualifier. And
what is the
after
deadline for week 5?
It's 13th.
So yeah, after qualifier you still have 2-3 days, I think. You can do that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, and it only has 2 lectures only, right? It's not that heavy also. Like 9,
So
10.
we also need to cover all the subjects.
Okay, I will discuss it with the team. If something is possible, we will do it.
Okay.
Sir, can I ask a doubt on activity question?
Yeah, after the session, we will go to the doubt session.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, we'll end soon, I think. Okay, so time is up. I can see 57 responses. Okay.
There is a week 5 material also in some portal. So I should solve it before 10 or not?
It's up to you mainly, but try to focus
For the
mainly on
qualifier,
qualifier.
I think week 4 is only up to week 4 is
Yeah, up
required.
to week 4 is only qualifier. Yeah. Okay, so 45 people, 13 people still have answered. No, okay. Let's move on. Okay, as we have seen that row relative frequencies and column relative frequencies also are not similar or same, then the variables are associated. I think I have discussed it. Okay, now next, move to some calculation part. Okay, so this is the data. There are 2 factories A and B. They produce the square-shaped wooden sheets of different measure of sides, and the area of wooden sheet is also given. So you have to calculate the population standard deviation of measure of sides, which is this second column, measure of side. And see here I've also mentioned enter the answer correct to 3 decimal places. So just try to put it in 3 decimal place only.
So can we go to one slide back just for a second, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, please. Yeah. This one?
But the answer was otherwise, no?
The 2 variables are associated with each other. Yeah, if they are not similar, then the variables are associated, right? Okay, see, if they are same, okay. If suppose all column relative and row relative frequencies are same.
Yes, sir.
Then it doesn't matter if you are freshman, second year, or senior. I cannot tell, okay. There is no difference you are on a credit card or not, okay.
Yes,
but if
then it's not related.
Yeah, they are not related. Yeah, but if you can see that there's a difference. If you are freshman, there are chances are less that you on. If you are
Yes, sir.
second year, there are like 50-50 chance closer. If you are
Yes, sir.
senior, there are high chances. So you can see that yeah, these 2 variables are related.
There
to
is
each
a
other.
relation.
Yeah,
And because of and the row relative frequencies are different.
Yeah, that's how you can calculate it. The row or column relative both will give the same answer. Okay, so then we say that the variables are associated with each other. Okay.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Sir, how year of study is concerned with this?
What is year of study? You can see that if you are freshman, there are less chances that you own a credit card. If you are a second year, there are close to 50-50. But if you are senior, then there are high chances you own a credit card, right? That's what you also calculated from here. See.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
here, sir, the question number 5 previous slide.
Yeah.
When you go, sir,
Yeah,
here
please.
the total, how did you get that? You just added all those.
Fifth was total. Yeah, I just added column total. That the new column I added for total, right? It's just a total for that row, first row total and second row total.
Oh, for me it came 1.78.
It's 178. for first row. So 178 divided by 300 will be something 0.59. Okay, I will get back to that. First answer this. I think many people
So
are
what's
solving
the
this
answer?
question.
Okay, sir. Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah, will good. I just put your answer in the call in that answer section. Only 11 people have responded. It's calculative, so it will take time. Okay, let's just wait. So we are not, or you are able to see the question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Okay, someone raised a hand. Aditi, you have raised your hand. Do you have any doubt? Or just lower it, please.
Sir, I have many doubts. I'll ask last.
Okay,
Week
it's
three.
related week 3. Okay.
No, week 4, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir.
So can we move into for solution now?
I see only like 28 people have solved. That's just wait of minute.
Sure.
Okay, I will set the timer for 3 minutes, then we will switch. It's actually calculative. So I'm waiting.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Sir, the slides we're discussing, like in like as in the questions we're discussing right now, is this the same type of question that will come, or
It's similar to graded assignment. If you can see, related a bit. The question was dealer's location, and then
Yeah.
sales of OnePlus and PPK limits. Just similar to graded assignment.
okay?
Yeah.
So one more thing, sir.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So it's a bit off the topic, but sir, can you tell us the marks that we need to get to qualify the qualify exam?
I don't know about the passing marks, but you will be informed before the exams, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Sir, 40% for statistics and 50% overall.
Okay, I
Sir?
think she had answered. Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt regarding week 5.
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, do we need to submit the graded assignment for week 5?
before the deadline, or we should await for the results of the qualifier?
Before the deadline.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, guys.
Deadline is extended now. Not 30. Or week 5.
It's not extended for now, but
Sir, it was told to us in session morning.
okay. What it has been extended or what? I'm not aware of it.
Yes, sir. It was extended. In fact,
Hello.
It is extended
No,
now.
sir, it might
No,
extend.
it is already extended. It is given there.
Okay,
Really?
then.
Yeah.
Okay. Till when? It's Friday?
13th. I think.
For statistics particularly, or for other subjects?
No, all.
It will happen for all, not for statistics only. Yeah. Okay, so okay.
Chapter
You have been given
30?
2 more days. Okay, let's move to the solution. I think it's okay. So I think you all know about, yeah, let's just do it, and then you all know about the formula for population standard deviation. It's given by this, and I have calculated the mean here. The mean comes out to be 3. Then I calculated the deviation of every observation from the mean, squaring it, adding it, then just putting it in formula. You got. Let me see how many got the correct answer. I didn't see it. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think most of you got it correct. Okay. Right. Okay. Now you have to calculate the sample standard deviation for the thing. Don't try to use the data. Just try to obtain it from the population standard deviation, which you obtained earlier. Because you may face some question where only population standard deviation is given to you, and you will be asked to find the sample standard deviation without the data. So just try to do that. Okay. Yes, someone was asking something. Please ask now.
Sir, I can't understand. Can you tell the question again, please?
Yes, see here you have to find the sample standard deviation for the same thing, right? Measure of sites.
Yeah.
So you can do it by formula directly, right? But you may
Yes.
face some question where you will be given population standard deviation, number of observations, and you have to find the sample standard deviation. Data won't be given to you. So just try to do it that way. You know the population standard deviation you calculated earlier. You know number of observations. Just try to do it.
Okay.
Sir, can you show me the first question answer one time?
It was 1.095.
Good answer.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yes, sir, this one.
Okay, so 1.095. You can use this.
सर आप एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर दो x कॉम्प्लीमेंट 3 कैसे हो?
It's mean x bar. It's mean. Just adding this observation 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3. So total is 15 divided by number of observation 5 comes out to be 3, right? Okay, yeah. Let's choose this one. Take your time, try to obtain the relation between population and sample standard deviation. Don't try to use the data. You know population standard deviation 1.095, n is equals to 5. Find the value of sample standard deviation.
Sir, answer.
Let others solve also. Let's wait for 2-3 minutes more and then we will switch.
So two ways, two different answer we will get.
No, there will be only one single answer.
I'm getting two different.
Just look at the calculation.
Just show the answer.
I guess
Yeah,
you
just
forgot to take the under root afterwards.
okay. In 2 minutes we will switch maximum.
I think that the sample standard deviation and from population standard deviation, the upper portion will be same, only the difference in the lower part.
Yeah, only denominator is different.
Okay, the same calculation we can apply.
Yeah, you can apply, but try to do it without data. You know population standard deviation, you know number of observation. Just try to obtain the answer. Forget you have given the data because you may face some question like that also. Just try to do that.
Sir, after putting the answer in the joint PD,
Yeah.
how to ensure it has been entered or not?
Yeah,
Is
it will be
not?
entered. It will be entered. Whatever you type, as you entered even the first digit, it will be recorded.
There is no need to put an enter.
There is no enter button, I think.
Okay. That's why previously it was there perhaps.
Yeah, okay. Just 1 minute more and then we'll move to solution.
And only once
Yeah.
a candidate can enter only once.
Yeah, they can edit it, their answer, but yeah, I will lock the screen after 1 minute, then you won't be able to change the answer.
Okay. Within that period, we can correct
Yeah, you
our
can
answers.
edit it. Yeah, you can edit it.
So will we be having MCQ for the first statistics as well? Or will
It will
be
be
just
all.
NAT?
It will be MCQ, MSQ, NAT, all mixture of all. Okay, I think let's move to the solution. Okay, I'll lock the screen. Let's see. Many people have answered it. Okay, close to one, just more or less right. Okay, so this is the relation I was talking about between sample and population standard deviation. I can do it also as well. Let me do it for you guys. You can see my screen, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So as you know that
Yes, sir.
population standard deviation is 1 upon n summation. Right? You all know about it. Okay. Let me just separate it a bit. Let me just square it. Okay. Move to the variance. It will be easy. Okay. Let me take n.
Sir,
So
n will
that's
be
it.
given there in the examination. N will be given there, no, sir?
Yeah, and I told you n and population standard deviation are given. Then try to find it. Right. So here you got the value of this. Okay. Now let's move to the formula for sample variance. Let me denote it by small s. It's something like this, right? And I know the value of this is given by this nx sigma x square. Let me just put it here. And just taking square root on both sides and considering only positive because standard deviation can't be negative. Okay, so this is the relation. If you know the value of population standard deviation and n, you can still obtain the sample standard deviation without the data, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
isn't it the other way, sir? Population standard deviation is equal to sample standard deviation into root of n minus 1 by n.
Yeah, just take it to that side and you will get the other relation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Yeah, please. Okay, so that's the formula we used here. I just put in the value of n and sigma x and got this answer. You will get the same answer if you calculate it using the data as well. Okay.
Sir, in graded assignment 3, I got 100 upon 100, but one question is wrong. Question number 3, it's showing red. It's beyond
Yes,
the
sir.
range given.
It will be corrected. I think many people are facing this issue. The portal team is working on that. It will be fixed.
So which answer is right? We are right or the range given is right?
We have updated the correct range for question 2 and 3. Earlier it was not correct, but we have updated the correct one.
So we are saying the updated answer on the portal.
Yeah, you are
side.
saying the updated answer.
And it is still beyond the range, so our marks will be reduced.
I think yeah, if it's not in the range, marks will be reduced.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just try to work on this. Yeah.
Can coefficient of correlation be 0?
Yeah, it can be 0.
Sir, n will be given in the answer, no? Or in the question, sorry.
Yeah, n and standard deviation were given. Population, then you have to obtain the sample. So you did. That's the formula we used, right? This is the formula I've just obtained. That put in the value and obtain this answer. I think you are clear with this solution, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yeah, please ask. Try to find sample standard deviation for this second variable, area of wooden sheet.
Sir, here 3 decimal places correction. We will not done 1.224 means what will we do, sir?
A 3 decimal place, yeah, 1.224 was right answer, right? Yeah, 1.224, yeah. It may be more than 3 decimal place, but I rounded it off to 3 decimal places.
Sir, I got 1.225. Will it be wrong?
Not wrong because we cover this much range, but yeah, see where you have by how you got 1.225. The answer was 1.2242, right? Don't know. Yeah, but 1.225 will be correct. It will be in the range. But yeah, look where
it is 4.2. Okay. I guess I got 1.225 directly, and there was a number below 5 after 5. That's why I wrote 1.225.
No, just do it square root of 5 by 4. See, okay, try to do it once.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It will also be in the correct range otherwise. Yeah, please.
So when we have to give the answer, so basically if it is not given that it should be a 2 decimal or 3 decimal, then what we should do?
It will always be given.
It will always be
given in the question.
Because I remember there was question in stat, so in which I was given I think 2 decimal and you guys have taken 3 decimal places.
Which question? This graded assignment?
Yeah, graded assignment.
Okay, which one?
So I'm just leaving office.
Okay,
I
okay.
won't be able to tell you. I will just type in the forum.
Yeah, okay, do that. We will correct it. Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because
even in the
answer
quizzes
it
and
was like just like in point decimal it was coming 0.12 and I gave 0.12 and the answer which you guys have given was 0.107 type something. So if it is not given, then what we should do? It should be 2 decimal or 3 decimal.
it will always be given. We always mention it. We don't leave it unmentioned or something. We always mention. Even the qualifier quizzes, everywhere we mention.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yes, please.
So can we carry the calculator at the exam center?
No, it will be inbuilt calculator on the screen. TCS.
What about rough book, sir?
Rough paper and pen will be provided to you.
Okay. For this calculation, we need more space.
Yeah, calculation won't be that difficult in quizzes. We try to keep it simple because we know you have to do it on inbuilt calculator.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think we'll just wait for a minute or two and then switch to next question.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes, please.
Sir, could you please explain me the question association between two variables?
Association between two. Yeah, if it's asking if two variables are related or not, like seeing
Yeah,
the
right.
data. Yeah.
Right. Actually, I don't know the question number because I'm on the way. So that's why. Could you please explain me the any question you will take?
Yeah, after like people are like seeing the observation, I think from this. After that, I will switch to its first question.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Tomorrow, one more mock test paper will release.
Yeah, if it's announced, it will be released. Yeah.
It is a time bound. They're saying that. So it's kind of test.
Yeah, it's just a time mock test. It's just for your practice because for qualifier you have to do it in the limited time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a practice.
Okay, not graded.
Yeah, it's just for your practice, not graded.
Thank you.
Okay, just 15 seconds more, and we will move to solution. Okay, so I think formula we have already discussed. For sample standard deviation, we just have to put in the values and calculate. Okay, then let me see. Okay, most of you got it close to 9. Okay, let me see the answer. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Okay. As a formula we have already discussed. You have to just calculate the mean and calculate the deviation of each observation from the mean, squaring it, adding it, and then just put it in formula. Anyone have doubt in this question? We can move to next.
No, sir.
Sir, I got the answer, but how to find the root if suppose if I got if I got 74.7, I got it, but a sample. So how to find the root?
Calculator, use calculator.
It's not there in calculator.
In the TCS one.
Oh, I think there it will be there.
Yeah,
Right?
it will be there. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. Okay.
If not,
Okay, sir.
if not, let me know. We will look into it. I'm not sure.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, please ask.
So here in the sample standard deviation, here the upper numerator part, the upper numerator part will be equal to 298.80, right?
Yeah.
And the 298.80 divided by 4, right?
Yeah.
So like we are not getting. I'm not getting 2.98 divided by 80 divided by 4 is coming something like 74.7.
Yeah, that's you have to take square root of that. It's standard deviation, not variance.
Yeah.
I see a few people have entered 75 as answer. Okay. So let's move to the next. Okay, the covariance correlation part. Okay. So both are used to find the strength of linear association, like how strongly they are linearly related to each other. But one problem with covariance is it has units. So you may find one in some post, one in kilometer liter, and other is something meter square units. So you can't compare these two units. That's why the concept of correlation comes in. Correlation is the unit-based measure of linear association. So you calculate the correlation between the two variables and then see which one is like more strongly related to each other. If you want to see the two relations, you have two relations, calculate correlation for both and see which one has stronger relation or something. So formula for Pearson's correlation coefficient is this: R is equals to this thing. If we divide both numerator and denominator by n, the number of observation, then you can say it that population covariance divided by population standard deviation of both, product of both population standard deviations. If you divide both numerator and denominator by n minus 1, then you can say sample covariance divided by sample standard deviation in the denominator of the both. Okay. Is it clear?
We are multiplying both, right?
Okay, let me
covariance divided by the standard deviation of x and y.
Let me just clarify it a bit. Okay, see, covariance. Oh, sorry. It should be correlation. See, correlation is right. Right. If I divide both the terms by n, okay, n here, and it's the square root, you can see. So it will be root n, which is n same. So you can write it as population covariance. This is the population one divided by
in the numerator.
Yeah.
In the numerator, we
yeah,
are supposed to divide by n or n square.
By n, because it's root n. It's in the square root n times root n, which is n. So there the two root n multiplied.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but if I divide it by n minus 1, then it will become sample covariance. Take it as sample divided by sample standard deviation of x times sample standard deviation of y. Okay, just you can do it anyway. You can find both, all three of them for population or all three of them for sample, and then solve.
So if it is not given in the question, whether it is population or sample,
Answer will be same. Correlation won't change. Answer will be same. You do it by this formula, population or this, the answer will be same. It won't make any difference.
okay, anything you can tell.
Yeah.
Because
Covariance will
because
vary.
it cancels out, right? N minus
Yeah.
1 or n.
Yeah, but don't do it like you are taking it for population and then taking it for sample, then it will be
Okay,
wrong.
okay, no.
Or take everything same, all population or all sample.
Covariance.
Okay.
Sir, basically no
Co-
difference between population and sample.
Yeah, correlation is same.
Same. Okay.
Okay.
Covariance will
That's
differ.
why,
sir.
that's why correlation is more reliable, sir.
One by one, please. I can't understand anyone. Yeah,
That
please.
is why we can say that correlation is more reliable than the
Yeah, because correlation don't have units.
Yeah.
Covariance have units, so we can't compare. Okay, let's suppose you are calculating one covariance has this kilometer liter tree and another has something meter square or something. You can't compare these two. But here it get cancelled out in correlation.
Sir, what if they didn't mention population or sample?
You can do it anyway. Both will give the same answer for correlation. But for covariance, standard deviation, and variance, it will always be mentioned whether you have to go for sample or population. Correlation, you can do it anyway. Same answer.
The covariance will differ, no? For sample
Yeah,
and
it will
population.
differ. Yeah, it will differ. Also, to verify your answer, like you are doing right, you can remember that sample, variance, standard deviation, and covariance are always greater than the population ones because denominator gets smaller. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes,
in case of
Sir, can you repeat the
point
previous
guys,
sentence which you told?
I said
Yes, sir.
for let me just present it. A minute.
population is always smaller than sample.
Yeah, because even it's like
Denominator is greater.
Yeah, for population, all these things will always be smaller than sample. This is population one, this is sample. Because here you take the denominator as n and here you take denominator as n minus 1. So denominator gets smaller, these values will always be greater than this population. Okay. Okay, so let's move to the question. Okay, so you have to calculate the sample covariance. Okay, sample covariance between this measure of size and area of wooden sheet. Someone is yeah, Sriniketan, please ask.
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Yeah, please ask.
So in case of correlation, what we will be dealing with the same data, right, sir? In the numerator and the denominator. So
Yeah.
the units are but bound to get cancelled.
Yeah, that's why it get cancelled. Yeah, for correlation.
So, but you give the example that there is a meter square and there is a liter. So I do not get the significance of that example.
I just told you, suppose for one relation, you find covariance in terms of kilometer. One observation is in kilometer, other is in liter. Okay, so the covariance will be kilometer liter. For other relation, both are in meters, so covariance unit will be meter square, right? You can't compare these two values. You can't say that it has more strong linear relationship than the meter square ones because you can't compare the two units. That's why we switch to correlation coefficient, so we can compare which relation is strong.
So that the units cancel out.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
So
unit
because
cancel out, then we can compare.
Because we are dealing with two different entities.
Yeah.
In the case of covariance and correlation. Got it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat the relation between correlation and covariance? Like you told that something like covariance is equal to correlation xy by something like that.
Correlation is covariance of x and y divided by standard deviation of x multiplied by standard deviation of y. Okay, but take like if you are taking population covariance, take population standard deviation for the both. If you are taking sample covariance, take sample standard deviation for the both.
Okay. So The main thing is covariance equal to correlation of x and y by
multiply. No, correlation is covariance
okay.
divided by standard deviation of x times standard deviation of y.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, can I ask one doubt?
Yeah, please ask.
Actually, in I know in what is sample and what is population in statistics, but when there is a question of population standard deviation, population variance, or population covariance in the formula, I just want to know that why in there is a difference in sample. If there is a sample standard deviation, we divide it by n minus 1, but in population standard deviation, we divide it by n.
Yeah,
I cannot understand the fundamental behind this.
it will be covered mainly in statistics too, because we use sample to predict something about population, right?
Yes.
And when we calculate the sample,
Set of sample is less than set of population.
yeah. So when we calculate say sample standard deviation by using the same formula dividing by n, so sample standard deviation don't satisfy some properties of good estimator, which should be for population. So that's why
What?
we divide.
So can you please repeat?
We use sample to estimate the population thing, right? Mainly. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we use sample to predict something about population, right? Mainly, that's the purpose of collecting sample.
Okay.
So when we do it simply like dividing by n and then calculating sample standard deviation, it don't satisfy the property of good estimator. You will study it in stats too. So that's why we always divide it by n minus 1.
Okay. For sample, any formula related to sample, we always divide n minus 1.
Yeah,
And
just
for
remember it for now.
population, we always divide by
Yeah,
n.
in stats too, it will be covered, like why we were doing it.
Okay. For good estimator, we just need to know the total population. That's why.
You are not audible, sir, I guess.
I'm not saying anything. So, yeah. Just
So
try to do it quickly so we can wrap it up and go to
Okay,
doubt
sir.
session. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Shrinikata, you are raising your hand. Please ask.
भी नहीं है सर, वो खत्म होने के बाद आपने बोला ना डाउट्स में जाएंगे, इसलिए करा
अच्छा, okay.
The time is very.
Sorry, can you repeat, please? Your time is very.
Time is low for this much lengthy calculation.
Oh, I will increase it. Just do it. Let me know just. Let's wait maximum 5 minutes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Sir, I have a very small doubt. In week for statistics, suppose there is a question. Suppose there is a scatter plot given.
Okay.
So the options are the points are the first option is the options are variable along the pattern. Means what do you try to mean by that? The points are variable along the pattern. A scatter plot is given, and the options are the scatter plot is linear if it has outliers, and one down and one option is the if the points are variable along the pattern. What do they mean by that?
I have to look at the scatter plot. Which question is it?
Sir, I think the points are not clustered.
Yeah, which question is it? It's activity or practice?
Activity 4.5.
Activity 4.5. Okay, I'm looking at it. Solve it till then.
Activity 4.5, question number 4.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Let's just do it for now. I will look at it. You guys want more time or shall we move to solution?
So move to solution.
Okay. Is anyone in between calculation? Okay.
No, sir. More to solution.
Okay. Let me see your responses.
Can we wait for 1 more minute, sir?
Okay. Go ahead. 1 more minute. I see a lot of variation in the answer. Mostly answered it close to 11. Okay. Okay, let's just move to solution quickly. That's enough time. Okay. Very simple. It's a 10.5. I just calculated the deviation from their respective mean for x and y, and then calculate the product and put it in the value there. Okay. Can you all please note down this value for sample covariance, sample standard deviation of both? Because in correlation, you will be needing that. Just note down. For covariance is 10.5, sample covariance. Okay. For sample standard deviation of area of wooden sheet, it's 8.643. I'm repeating, for area of wooden sheet, sample standard deviation is 8.643. For sample standard deviation of measure of sides, it's 1.224. A measure of
the previous one once again.
For area of wooden sheet, sample standard deviation is 8.643. For measure of sides, sample standard deviation is 1.224. Okay. For measure of side, standard deviation is 1.9.
What was the?
I'm typing in the chat as well. I think everyone able to see that. Okay.
For the next question, sir.
Yeah, for next question you will be needing it. Sample simulation is 1.224. Okay, and the sample standard deviation for area of wooden sheets. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm typing it in chat. Okay, and last is covariance is 10.5. Okay, sample covariance. Let's just try to solve it.
Can you show me show us the data slide, sir? Data
The
table
data
slide.
is here, right?
No, sir. Next one, the calculation data.
I have typed it in the chat.
X minus x1 data, sir, of individual elements and their
This
respective squares. Yes, sir. Yes, exactly.
Or this one, area of wooden sheet.
No, sir. Previous one.
This one,
No,
covariance.
no, sir. Next, sir. Next.
This
Yes,
one.
sir. This. Yes, sir. This one.
I don't know. This one.
Next one, sir.
This one.
Next one, sir. Next one.
Okay,
next, sir. Next. Yes, sir. This one.
This one.
This one. Sir.
Okay, you want to do this? Okay. Just note it down. I think everyone might want to see the question or something.
I want to ask, sir. I have
Yeah.
to ask one question in regards with that. This slide you are showing us.
Yeah, please ask.
So for finding covariance, we are supposed to find the summation of xi minus x bar and yi minus y bar. So as we can see that xi minus x bar is 0, I guess.
Yeah, for second and fifth observation. Yeah.
The summation turns out to be 0.
It will always be 0.
Yes, it will always be 0.
Yeah, it will always. You can see for y it's also 0.
Yes, sir.
It will always be 0. For any data, if you take deviation from the mean and sum it, it will always comes out to be 0.
Oh. So we are finding covariance and we are dividing 0 by n minus 1.
No, you're not. You're multiplying it, then summing it. Then it won't be 0. Then it's 42. See.
So we have to multiply individual. Got it, sir.
Yeah, you have to product and then add.
We have to product it and then add. I was really confused. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's just do this one.
So it means we cannot multiply at the end, right?
Yeah, don't do that because summation xi minus x square will always be 0, no matter what your data is.
Okay.
Sir, when can we say absence of linear relationship?
When the value of r is between minus 0.252 plus 0.25.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
When moderate, sir?
Moderate, it's 0.5 to 0.75. Absolute value of r, 0.5 to 0.75. For weak, it's 0.25 to 0.5. And for strong, it's 0.75 to 1.
Sir, can you repeat it again? Strong,
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah, for if absolute value of correlation coefficient is
Hmm.
between 0.75 and 1, you say it's a strong correlation.
Okay.
If it's
Strong
between
positive.
point,
Right.
no, I'm talking about absolute value. Strong or positive, negative, you have to see. Absolute value is 0.75 to 1, then you can say strong.
Oh, okay.
And if it's between 0.5 and 0.75, then it's moderate. If it's 0.25 to 0.50, then you can say weak correlation. And 0 to 0.25, we say absence of linear relationship.
Sorry, sir.
0.25 to
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's clear.
0.25 to
In between your voice break.
Yeah, for strong, you clear 0.75 to 1
Yeah.
absolute value.
Yeah.
For moderate,
Moderate.
0.5 to 0.75.
Okay.
For weak, it's 0.25 to 0.5.
Okay.
And 0 to 0.25, it's absence of linear relationship.
Last one I didn't hear that.
0 to 0.25.
Okay, 0 to 0.25. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
No. Sir, if I expand the covariance calculation formula, then it should be x1 minus x bar into y1 minus y bar plus x2 minus x bar into y2 minus y bar, like this.
Yeah, it will be like that. Yeah.
Multiplication, then addition.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, can you just give an example of zero correlation? I mean, the value will be zero, exactly zero.
Exactly 0. Okay, let me think of it. Let's just do it till I will give it after that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, please take association between two variable questions.
Yeah, after the slides, we will move it. Okay. Others are responding to this.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, answer.
Let's check it for 2 minutes more. Let others answer. Then we will switch.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
सर उषा मैम सर एक मतलब एक वीडियो करके है सर, फिटिंग लाइन सर, उसमें नहीं समझ में आया सर कि मतलब बेस्ट फिट ऑफ लाइन कैसे हम ड्रॉ करें सर।
Yeah.
मतलब थोड़ा सा वीडियो क्लियर नहीं हुआ है सर, उसकी समझ है, मतलब हमको नहीं समझ में आया सर थोड़ा।
Okay, after slides, we will see that. After the slides,
Okay.
we will.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes, please.
Actually, by just looking at the data, we can estimate the correlation.
No, you can't.
Means for this case, because it's just the square, so it'll be perfect almost.
Okay, I will give you an example square, but it won't be perfect. Wait.
Means in this case, sir, if suppose one is negative, obviously the square can be positive. So for that, it may be different. But in this case, we can say it's almost one, like 0.99 or something. Blindly, we can just say.
No, we can't. I will give you an example. You can't do it like that. It just for this data, it's getting true, but it won't in general.
Hello, sir. Hello.
So can we move to solution?
Yeah, just 30 seconds more, I think. 1 or 2 people are left. Then we will do.
Sir, after this question, can you please discuss about the correlation coefficient? I actually cannot understand the formula.
Okay, we will do. I think let's move to the solution first. How many of you have answered strong? Okay, yeah, this is the case. I think 0.993 greater than 0.75. Okay, yeah, let's move to the correlation stuff first. Okay. Okay. Yeah, please ask what you have to understand about correlation. Formula for correlation. By R mainly.
Correlation coefficient.
Yeah, it is correlation coefficient, Pearson's correlation coefficient. It always lies between -1 and 1. Okay. And formula is this. Okay, if you divide both by n, let me take it at root, then it will be population covariance divided by population standard deviation of both. And if you divide it by n-1, same thing, then it will be sample covariance divided by sample standard deviation of both. Okay. And next
do we
thing,
have a separate correlation coefficient based on population sample?
No, it's same for both.
Same for both, no?
Okay. Yeah, same for both. Someone was saying, but just looking, okay, -a, -2, -1, 2, 3.
Sir, if we use population standard deviation, will it affect our correlation coefficient?
No, you have to use population covariance in that case. If you are using population standard deviation.
Okay.
Then answer the same.
If
Okay,
we ask
see,
sample
yeah.
correlation coefficient, then we need to use standard deviation.
Yeah, if you're using this one sample, use this for sample as well.
But the correlation coefficient is an independent of n, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Most of the cases we use samples, sir, no? Or population.
No, it's not like that.
But I have seen most of the questions are based on the sample only.
You can do it from population also. It's
yeah, we can
not
do it.
it's just okay.
Which one is more accurate?
Both will give you the same answer.
For this, no, sir, or covariance.
For covariance, it will be mentioned in the question. You have whether you have to find sample or population. It will always be mentioned in the question.
Suppose nothing has been mentioned, then what should be?
No, it won't be the case. It will always be mentioned. You will see in all the question we are mentioning everything. Okay. So someone was saying zero correlation. Just calculate it. And here also I'm squaring all the observations. Okay. So if I calculate x bar, it will be 0. Y bar, it will be 14, 28 by 7. It will be 4. And let me just erase it a bit. Do it. X bar is 0, Y bar is 13, 14, 15, 19, 28 by 4. So 4, right? And then just calculate xi minus x bar. It will be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Same for yi minus y bar, -4, 5, 0, 3, -4, -4. Okay, here also you can see that summation of xi minus x bar -3 -2. It's also 0. Again, its sum is also 0. Right? Then let me just square it. I am squaring it here only. Let's not just switch it to 9410149. Total is 28. Okay, let me just calculate the covariance. I think it will do the work. Okay. -3 times -15, 0, 3, 0, -3, 0, and 15. You can see here sum is 0. So my covariance will be 1 upon, suppose I'm saying the sample 0, it's 0. If covariance is 0, my R will also be 0. So it's an example of zero correlation data. And here also I'm squaring the observation, so we just can't tell by looking at the data if it's perfect or 0. Is it clear, or should I explain?
One second,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, what you told that
That you
is
can't
that
tell by looking at the data if it's zero correlation or not, or
Sir,
perfect correlation. Yeah.
Can we take negative values? Then
Yeah, here
negative
it's negative values, right?
We can say that it's having ratio scale of measurement x variable.
Oh, okay. Okay, then only this much data you are saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 0, 1, 5. I think that case it will be close to 1 mainly in this case.
Yes, sir.
1, 4,
Sir,
yeah.
I actually I found another example where we can take all y variables are as same. I mean 9, 9, 9 for all x variables. If we take y as same.
Okay, so 2, 2, 2, 9, 9, 9. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then
If we take one of them to be same, then it can be 0. I think we don't need to take x and y all to
yeah,
be
because
same.
all this will be 0, right? 0. Because mean will also be 2. Yeah. Yeah, so there are many examples. You will see many questions on this.
Sir, if you take the upper half, then it'll be closer to -1, no, sir?
It will still be close to, let me see. If I take the upper half, right? Let's just, wait, let's just do it a bit quickly. Okay, just wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Okay, let me present my screen. Okay, yeah, please. If you are taking only minus data, right? One, I'm taking squaring it, then calculating. Yeah, it's close to -1. Yeah. But I don't think it will be in long. Let's just verify. Take it till 20 or something. Okay, it's still, but it's reducing a bit. Yeah, in the long run, it won't remain close to 1. If you take it till 100, 200, it will keep on reducing. For small values, it's close to 1. Okay. Okay. We switch. Okay, let's just quickly end the presentation. Okay, yes. So I think one last question after this. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, point Biserial correlation coefficient. You all know it's used for
Excuse me,
finding.
sir. One minute. Last question. You already told us that correlation coefficient is equal to covariance x comma y by x sx into SY na sir.
Yeah, if it's sample
So
to
we
vary.
already done that before. So, simply we can substitute. We will get 0.99 sir. 10.5 by 8.64.
Yeah, that's why I told you the previous values. You don't have to do the calculation all again.
But it is answer is 0.99.
Yeah.
So after round off, it is 1 na sir. So it is strong na.
0.993. So yeah, it's strong. Yeah, it's not mentioned how much decimal place. You can see it's greater than 0.75. You can straightly say it's strong. Okay. So yeah, point Biserial correlation coefficient. It's used to find association between the.
Sir, can you
Yeah.
please explain the every term of the formula? Actually, I cannot understand the terms
This
of
one.
the. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is P0, P1 is the proportion.
Yeah.
But why not bar and why one bar? Can you please?
Okay, let me switch.
So
Okay,
take
yeah.
the example on this point by relation.
Okay, suppose whatever you can say, I have two factories, car factories, okay, and factory, and the mileage of the car they produce, let's say something like that. Mileage factory, it's factory A, B, okay, let's suppose like that. Okay, and this is something value 10, 12, 13, 11, 9, 16. Okay, so our formula is y naught bar minus y sigma x p naught p1. I think it's correct. Okay, so see, you can take first decide. You have two categories, right? A and B. So you can take A as 0, B as 1, or you can take A as 1 and B as 0. So decide it before approaching the question. Both will give you the same answer. It won't affect. Okay. So
Put
suppose
the numerical value of each category.
yeah, so suppose I'm considering A as 0. So it will be 0, 0, 1, 1, 1,
okay.
0. Okay. So first is y naught bar. So for
Sir, if
zero
there are,
values,
sir, if there are more than A, B, and C, then
it's not in your course. It's very tedious. You are only two categories in your course. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So see, for zero values, I have this as zero values. In 0, I have this. I have this. So my y naught bar is the mean of these three values. Okay. Y1 bar, it's the one value by square. This value. So y1 bar is the mean of these three values. Okay. P naught is a proportion. You can see three number of zeros are 3 and total are 6. So P naught will be 3 by 6 and 1 are also 3 times. So P1 is also 3 by 6. This term is clear. This and sigma x is the standard deviation of this mileage column. All these values.
Sir, sample or population?
Population.
Sir,
No, sir,
sigma
sample, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a
deviation of-
correction. There is a correction. Ma'am's lecture, ma'am have used sample standard deviation, right?
Okay.
But it's wrong. Actually, it's sample population standard deviation.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, it is.
It's population. All right.
Yeah.
We'll make the
Also, if
correction.
you have done in your graded, so please correct it. Also, it's population standard deviation.
Always, always.
Yeah, always, no matter
Okay.
when.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So by calculating this, you can get two values, right?
Yeah, that's why we always ask for the absolute value. We never ask because
The
one can take
positive
it as
value.
0 or one can take it as like that.
Population standard deviation of all the values.
Yeah.
Sir, in
this
qualifier exam, what should we take? The positive value.
Yeah, we always ask absolute value. We never ask
okay,
the
sir.
value. We always say tell us the absolute value. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
And
could
sir,
you
also
clarify
it always lies between 0 and 1. I think.
Yeah, absolute value always lies between 0 and 1.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think we can move to the question now. Everyone is clear with the terms.
Sir, could you tell me the clear my doubt about the activity question?
Yeah, after the slides, we will do that. Let's just cover, I think, only. This is the last question, I think.
Where is the question? This one?
Yeah, this is the question. Is the measure of side weakly influenced by the factory? You have to answer yes or no.
Just to confirm, that standard deviation which you are using in biserial correlation is always a
It's the standard deviation of the
population.
numerical, yeah, population standard deviation of the numerical variable.
Okay, numerical. Okay.
Yeah, because you are finding association between two variables. One is categorical, one is numerical. The standard deviation of numerical variable, population standard deviation, it's used in the formula. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
In this question, we should calculate the correlation coefficient.
See, question it's asking measure of side and factory, right? Here it's
Yes.
asking about the relationship between the two. So see, one is categorical variable, one is
Yes.
numerical variable. So for that we use point biserial correlation coefficient, right? Point biserial correlation coefficient, it's used for between numerical and a categorical variable. Okay.
Sir, can you tell what is P0 and P1, sir?
You can
I
take A
cannot
as
hear.
P0, P1 is the proportion. Like suppose if I take A as 0 and B as 1, right? Then my P0 will be 3. A is occurring 3 times, right? So 3 by 5 will be my P0 and P1 will be 2 by 5. If I am taking A as 1 and B as 0, then my P0 will be 2 by 5 and P1 will be 3 by 5. So it's just a proportion of how many 0 values you have or 1 values.
For a categorical variable, we should pick only 0 and 1. We should
Yeah.
not choose 1 or 2 anything.
Yeah,
If-
just choose 0 and 1.
Yeah, if there is more than 2 variables like 0, 1, 2.
It's not in your syllabus. It involves very tedious calculation. For now, it's only just, yeah.
Okay, only we will have 2 categorical variables.
Yeah, always, yeah. I will try to complete it quickly, just 5 minutes and do it. Yeah. You know the population standard deviation of measure of side already, yeah? It's 1.095. Okay. Population standard deviation of measure of sites is 1.095. Use that.
Can you please show the point biserial formula?
Yeah, sure. Just note it down quickly. I think others are also doing.
Am I audible?
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, after this slide, please take my questions.
Yeah, after
Association.
this. Yeah, okay. We will do the doubts session after this.
Sir, but the question is in week 4 graded assignment.
Okay, we can't discuss it right now. Yeah, we can discuss this slides question. Okay.
Actually, I want to clear the concept only.
Yeah, we have covered it in this slide. I'll give you just a brief intro.
Hello, sir. Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
please. Yeah, please ask.
सर जैसे कि जब सर हम स्कैटर प्लॉट ड्रा करते हैं सर दो न्यूमेरिकल वेरिएबल का, तो सर फिर सर उसमें जैसे उसमें हमें सर मतलब जब हम ग्राफ ड्रा करते हैं तो सर ये मालूम चल जाता है ना कि जो कोरिलेशन है सर वो निगेटिव होगा या पॉजिटिव होगा।
हाँ, 0 भी पता चल जाता है।
जी सर, ये मालूम चल जाता है सर, जैसे कि तो सर मतलब अगर हमें तो निगेटिव पॉजिटिव तो मालूम चलता है सर, लेकिन फिर वो स्ट्रांग होगा या फिर सर वीक होगा सर, इसके लिए हमें कैलकुलेट ही करना पड़ेगा फार्मूला से सर, या फिर ग्राफिकल अप्रोच है इसका?
Graphical approach we can use, but for exact value we have to calculate. I will show you graphical approach. I will show you. You can also tell by graphical approach, but you can't find the exact value.
Okay sir.
For exact value you have to calculate.
Okay sir. धन्यवाद सर.
Sir, can I ask something about last week content?
Yeah, please. After this slides, we will do, I think. Wait, something question or some concept only?
The concept only.
Yeah, please ask. We have 2 minutes.
Last week we did percentile questions.
Sir,
Na?
point Biserial also lies between -1 and 1?
Yeah, it's lies between -1 and 1. Yeah, last week percentile, yeah.
Yes, sir. So in that questions we were doing like n into p, and then if we got into decimal values, then we just round off the values, na? Or
Yeah.
if we find the exact answer, then we find the mean of the current and the next value.
Yeah, if it's integer. If n times p is integer.
In the same lecture, sir has told us about the rank, and then after that, if a value like 3.25, and for integer we check a value, and for the fractional value we find the percentile value with the different formula. So are they both different?
Which different formula? Actually, there's some disturbance also from your mic, I think.
So clear the concept of percentile. Hello?
Yeah, now it's audible.
Yes, sir. First we found the rank, and after that, if it's like in the decimal values, then for the integer function we are looking for a value, and for the fractional value we are looking for the round of the nearest value. Like if it's 0.25, then the first value from that, and then
Yeah.
we were calculating the percentile value like xi plus fractional input into xi plus 1.
No, that's Google Sheet algorithm. You don't have to use that.
Okay, we have to do this by the n into p.
Yeah, simply if n into p, it's 3.25, then take fourth observation at that percentile. Yeah, simple. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, Google Sheet related question will not be coming in the qualifier, no?
No, it's just for your practice.
For this question, the area of wooden sheet column is relevant.
No, it's only measure of side and factory.
Right.
So I have a query which is a bit like unrelated. It's about exam centers and all. May I ask?
Yeah, please ask.
So I have like the exam city preference 1 is Jaipur and city preference 2 is Patna. I was supposed to be in Jaipur as for my offline degree, but it got postponed. So I will be staying in Patna for the next 1 month.
You have to write it to support team. I can't do anything about it. Write it to
So I was
support
just
team.
asking will I get an option I can pick any of the 2 cities, or this will
Yeah,
it will
only support team can tell you. They book the centers. It's not in our hand. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, write a mail to the support team. They will respond.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So good. Yeah.
I think 1 minute is enough, or you guys need more time.
No, sir, enough.
So
Okay, I just quickly wrap it. It's the last question, I think. Okay, so let's just move to. Okay, if 24 have responded yes, remaining no. Okay, it's really close. Okay, see, so here I'm taking A as 0 and B as 1. You can take A as 1 and B as 0. You will get the same answer. So A occurs 3 times out of 5. So P naught is 0.6 and B occurs 2 times only. So it's 0.4. Y naught bar, I have calculated the mean for these 3 observations for A, 2, 3, and 3. Its mean was 2.67. Y1 bar for B, I have calculated the mean of 5 and 2. So 5 plus 2 by 2 is 3.5. It's the mean. Population standard deviation we have computed earlier also. Let's just put it into the formula. So it's something negative 0.37. As I can see, it's between absolute value is between 0.25 and 0.5. So it's weakly influenced because there is a weak correlation between the two. Okay, so
No,
and it
no is the answer, is it?
yes is the answer.
Sir, it is negative.
Yeah, it's negative.
We take
but
absolute mod. We take
you
mod.
always take absolute value. Absolute
Yeah, but,
value.
sir, it is.
But how this came negative?
Because
just
my y
opposite.
naught bar is yours is positive. If you take
If you take
AS1 and
opposite, then
BS, yeah, then it will come positive.
Positive, yes.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whenever
but-
we talk about point biserial, we always take absolute value.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the value is
It will depend.
0.37, no?
It will depend on the whether we are putting 0 or 1. Yeah,
Yeah,
selection.
yeah.
Presumption, yes, sir.
Presumption. Yeah, right.
Okay,
Sir,
yeah.
how to interpret the statement to the answer? So the
See,
correlation
it's asking the weakly influence. Weakly influence we mean weak correlation coefficient between the two.
no is the answer, no?
Yes is the answer. Is the
No,
measure of weakly influenced. So you can see it's between 0.25 and 0.5.
Yeah,
So
then it
that
is no
means
only, no?
In graded also we have to write absolute values only in spite
Yeah.
of being negative.
Yeah, if it's always absolute value, right? Let me check once. Okay.
For
So
correlation
sample
also, sir.
covariance and the correlation, if they come negative, still we have to mention it in absolute value.
No. If in the question it's written, write the absolute value only, then enter positive. Otherwise, enter whatever you are getting.
Okay, so
But
unless and
here, sir,
until
if
it
we-
is mentioned, we have to write the actual values, whatever
Yeah.
it comes.
Yeah.
But the
here, sir,
correlation coefficient varies between -1 to 1, no?
Yeah, -1 to 1, but we are taking absolute value, so it's between 0 and 1.
The point biserial correlation coefficient is not -1 to +1.
No, it's also -1 to 1. Even if look, if it's -0.37, you can say that it's weak and negative correlation, right? So it's still
But
weak.
either way, it is a weak correlation. Whether it is
Yeah.
positive or negative, it's a weak correlation.
Yeah.
But the point is, once it's a weak correlation, then the association is not strong, no?
Yeah, that's what we are asking. Is the weakly influenced by the factor? Yes, it is weakly influenced.
And I'm still not clear on this statement. And when the 0.367, then I feel it no is the answer. But can you please help me to understand why yes is the answer?
Yeah, look
Then
at the
correlation
question.
coefficient is weak.
What you understand by this question?
Okay, my understanding of this one is the measure of this side. Side. No, it is the measure of side. Measure of side is the is the measure of side weakly influenced by the factories.
Yeah.
Okay. It's weakly influenced by the question
Yeah.
itself is asking whether it is weakly influenced.
Yeah.
It is
In
not whether
graded,
it is influenced. It is
yeah.
okay. The question
In graded,
is.
you have something like strongly influenced, if I remember.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, but I read the statement wrongly. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. So who else have doubt from slides? Let's cover that.
Sir, in the previous questions, suppose if you take opposite, then it will be positive, and suppose the question asks something about positive or negative, then you would get wrong, and so we would get
No.
wrong
In
answer.
point biserial, we always ask absolute value. We never ask positive, negative.
But the question can be also worded like this: no, is the measure of side is influenced by the factory?
I thought, yeah, it's influenced, but it's weakly. I don't think it will be any question. if it's
Is it a
there will
complete
be
question or is it not a complete question?
it is a complete question, but if it's only like is the measure of side influenced by the factor, then in case you will be given multiple
Then the answer is
options.
no, is it?
No, you can't say it. No, then there will be options something like weekly and negative, something like that. It
Strongly
won't
or
ask
weakly
simply.
oh, it comes like that. Strongly, weakly or no. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, how will get the why not bar, sir? Why not bar and
Why not bar? I take A as 0. Okay. So A observations are my 2, 3, and 3. So mean of these three is 2.67.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Someone else also had doubt about association question. Who was
Sir, weakly
Yeah.
like association and strongly association, how to recognize?
If its value is between absolute value is between 0.25 and 0.5, then it's weakly. And if it's between 0.75 and 1, then strongly.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir, can you explain this once again? This relative frequency, and I actually got it, but you can once again just.
Yeah, the association stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, if the all my column relative frequency, you can see here are different. It's 0.42,
Yeah.
it's 0.55, 0.81. So you can see that these two variables are related in between. If I'm a freshman, there are less chances that I own a credit card.
Yes.
Okay. If I'm a second year student, there are 50-50 chances that I may or may not. But I am senior, then there are high chances that I own a credit card. So you can see that these two variables are related to each other.
Yes, sir.
If all these are same, if it's also 0.42, 0.58, for senior it's also 0.42, 0.58, then you can say that these are not related, because it doesn't matter if you are freshman or senior, the chances are same. So there is no relation between the two. Okay, that's why we always calculate column and row relative. Yeah, please ask.
Okay, sir.
Explain me one more time.
See here, the question is credit card responses from 3 different categories of university student: freshmen, second year, and seniors. Okay, if I am a freshman, I have calculated column relative frequencies here. If I am a freshman, there are 42% chances that I own a credit card and 58% that I don't. So being a freshman, there is a less chance that someone owns a credit card. But if it's a second year students, there are almost equal chances. And if he or she is a senior, then there are high chances that of owning a credit card. So you can see that these two variables, credit card owning and the year of studies, are correlated to each other. There is an association. As the year increases, the chances of owning a credit card also increases, 42, 55, then 81. So that's why we say if column relative frequencies are not similar, then the variables are associated. Okay, you can also do it by row relative. It's something that 24, 31, you can see there is a difference also. These two variables are always related.
So this data is given in proportion, right?
No, this data is given like that.
So if I want to take a proportion of freshmen, then it will be 42 divided by total. That is 42 plus 50.
It depends. If I'm calculating row relative frequencies, then it will be 42 divided by total of this row. Yes, row.
So that
yes.
So the difference between proportion and percentage, I don't have to multiply it by 100, right?
Yeah, that's the only difference.
So it will be for proportion, it will be point some zeros, whatever the answer is, and in percentage, in this format, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so any other doubt from slides?
Sir, I have
Yeah.
a graded assignment.
Yeah, let's just go to slides. Stick to slides first. Anyone from slides, raise your
Yes.
hand. Yeah, please ask.
Sir, if we calculate for the first column for any of the frequency like row or column, any frequency, if we calculate just the first column and if there is fluctuation, so can we declare that they are associated or not associated?
You have to
Like it is
calculate
not
for
important.
at least 2 columns to compare. If
Okay,
it's also 0.42 and 0.58, then it's similar. Right?
Okay, sir. At least 2.
Yeah, at least 2.
To save time, we have
Yeah.
to do 2. Okay.
Yeah, for at least 2 you have to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, sir,
Yeah.
point by relation is for numerical and categorical association, and correlation is
Yeah.
for categorical variable only, right?
Correlation is for numerical, both numericals.
Oh, okay. Yes.
For both categorical, we use that contingency table, row relative, column relative. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's just quickly move to the questions you all having.
Yeah, activity question 4.5.
Yeah, just 1 minute. I'm presenting my screen. Yeah. Let me just open it quickly. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, yeah, please quickly. Which week? One by one.
4.5 week 4 4.5.
सर बहुत देर से हाथ उठाया हूँ सर, हाथ दर्द कर रहा है, मेरा नाम भी बुला।
1 minute. 4.5, which question? Question number
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah, I know that the first option, I'm trying to understand the first option here. The points are variable along pattern. What do you mean by that?
See, here's a straight line pattern, right? And points are very close to it also, right?
Sir, could you repeat the once again?
See, the pattern is a straight line here, you can see, right?
Yeah.
And also points are very close to each other. There is
Yeah.
no variability among the points. So that's what it means. Points are variable along the pattern. Along the pattern, is there variability between the points or not?
So, but there are some points like.
Yeah, but that's, you can ignore. There are something, I think, 200 to 50 points in a straight line. So just 5 doesn't matter. Majority is in the trend. Okay.
That's one. That's one.
Okay, and another Shrinikatan, yeah, please ask.
हाँ सर, graded assignment sir 3.
Graded assignment 3. Anyone from week 4? Let's just quickly wrap it up first.
Sir, I have the doubt from week 3, graded assignment 2.
Okay, week 4, anyone? Soumya Deep?
Sir, I have a problem regarding the graded assignment week 4.
Okay.
Sir, just go to the graded assignment.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, in the question where the correlation coefficient is asked, question number 5, yes. So which correlation coefficient it is talking about, sample or the population?
Both will give you the same answer. It doesn't matter. Calculate from both. You will get the same answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think, anyone have week 4 or let's switch to week 3?
So graded assignment week 3.
Okay, let's switch to week 3. One from week 4. Yeah, please ask.
Second question.
Second question. Okay. Someone also doubt in third question, right?
Sir, मैं.
So both the second and third.
Okay, so let's just quickly do that only.
सर
Yeah.
सर मुझे बोलना था कि थर्ड जो क्वेश्चन है वो मेरे वैल्यूज से किया जाए प्लीज सर.
Okay, let's do both from your values. Okay, can you tell me the values then?
हाँ
It'll
सर.
be easy for me as well.
Observation 7 है सर मेरे.
1 minute, let me just write it side by side. Okay. Just switch it a bit. Yeah, please tell.
7 observations है सर.
Okay.
19 उसका मीन है.
Mean 19 है. Okay.
19 और 8 उसका स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन है.
Which standard deviation? Sample or population?
सैंपल स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन
8 है. Okay.
8 है. और 17 को उसने 14 wrongly noted किया, मतलब 17 चाहिए था वहाँ पे wrongly noted 14.
Okay, 17 correct and 14 is incorrect, which he wrote.
हाँ.
Okay, so first quickly let me use this equation.
मेरा
first,
सेकंड
okay?
वाला आंसर सही आया सर, मुझे मीन जो चाहिए था वो मुझे मिल गया.
Okay, no, let's, someone also had doubt in this question, right? Let's quickly do it.
हाँ सर.
Okay, mean formula is 1 upon n summation xi, right? I know mean is 19. 19 is equals to 1 by 7 summation xi. So my summation xi is 19 times 7, which is 171, right? And now I know that I have wrongly written 14. Okay, so let's just subtract 14 from it.
That is not 173. Not 171.
Oh, sorry, it's 19 into 7. Terrible mistake. I've done it to 9. Sorry. 133 is it, right?
133.
Yes, sir. 133.
I multiplied by 9 by mistake. Okay. 133, right? 14 is wrongly written, so I'm subtracting 14. Correct value is 17. I am adding 17 to the total because total will be that only, right? If I remove the wrong and add the correct. So it will be 136, my new total, the corrected one. So the mean for it will be, my corrected mean will be 136 divided by 7. And you can calculate it.
19.4.
Yeah,
19.43.
43, correct. So this is my new mean. Right. Let's just do it. Let me raise it a bit. For the correct standard deviation, you will also have to use the corrected mean. These two questions are linked. Remember that. Okay, let's just quickly open the equation first. Sample variance is right. Let me open it. Equation will be xi square. That's just opening it by the whole square formula. Minus twice of r times x1, right? And see, now I'm taking individual summation. It will be summation xi square plus summation x bar square minus summation twice of x bar times xi, right? See, this term is constant. 2x bar is constant, right? I can take it outside summation. Let's just do that. Twice of x bar summation xi. Okay. And now you know the formula for mean. Mean is right. So summation xi is equals to n times x bar. Let me just put this value over here. Okay. So this will come n times x bar. Summation is also here. Write it properly. Summation is also here. Summation and x bar. Okay. Now just open it a bit.
How the summation will come there? N times
Summation
x bar, no? N times x bar is the sum, no?
No, if I'm taking individual summation, this term will be summation twice of x bar xi, right? Now this term is constant. I'm taking it outside, twice of x bar summation xi. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. No summation.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So summation xi is replaced by nx bar, no?
Yeah, okay, yeah, great. Thanks for this. Okay, summation xi square plus t. I am adding a constant n times summation. Okay, if say I have observation 2.
Oh, 1 minute.
If I am adding 2, say 3 times, then it will be 3 times 2, right? Here also I'm adding a constant n times. So it's n x bar minus it's 2n x bar square, right? So my final equation comes out to be summation xi square minus n times x bar square. Okay. Just remember this equation. Let me erase a bit. Full already. Also remember the corrected mean is 19.43, which will be useful. Bit calculator.
This is a standard formula, sir. It will be used everywhere, no?
Yeah, it can be used anywhere. We are just opting that whole square term and obtain this, right?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, can you please clear my doubts in graded assignment for question number 5 and 6?
Sir, this
Yeah,
x bar square is the new x bar or old x bar?
It's the general formula. I am not doing anything till now. It's the general formula.
No. Now we are having two x bars, no? One is 19 and another one is 19.43.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of it. I'm just sticking to the simple. I've just opened the formula for sample variance. Okay, nothing else. There's nothing like that. This
So
is
we have to use this one.
Yeah, we will use it. Let's just remember the formula for a bit. Okay, so this is the formula which we have obtained. Okay. Okay, so let's take n minus 1 that side equals to summation xi square minus n times x bar square. Okay. So your summation. Okay, so let's take summation xi square we have to find, right? Okay, so this is the general formula for summation xi square, right? Okay, so our earlier summation xi square was this, right? But now I have to find my new summation xi square, the corrected one. Okay, so corrected one will be n is my 7, I think. 7 minus 1, some sx square is 64 8 square plus n is again 7. Okay, let's just in summation xi square I have to remove the wrong also, right? So 17 square I am adding and 14 square I am removing, adding this. And if I am doing this thing, my new mean will come into play because my mean changes also if I use this observation. So that's 19.43 whole square. Okay. So corrected summation xi square is something a bit difficult, I think. 384 plus 19.43. It's getting very. I think you can do the calculation. I think you will get the answer now. Just find the corrected summation xi square and put it in this formula. You will get it. No matter what. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So question number 9
So
from the same
last time,
Sir,
in the
can we
last
remember
meeting,
the formula directly?
Yeah, you can remember it. You can be used.
That
It can be used
here,
anytime.
final formula.
Yeah, this one.
Summation xi square, subtract the incorrect square and add corrected square, then do this.
Yeah, I think solution is also available to you guys for now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here also you can see that it's
Okay.
available, I think.
Nice.
Sir,
Yeah, please ask which
graded
last
assignment
time,
for
Same assignment question number 9 and 10.
which for graded assignment?
One by one, please.
So
One by
so
one.
during the last live session, right? Like I had asked you about the same question that I had done it in a particular way, and I had actually posted about that in the forum, but I haven't actually received any responses about it.
Which one?
The one that you did just now.
Okay.
The one
Yeah,
for
actually the range was incorrect before. We have updated it. So now
no,
it's
like it's about an approach. If you're like, I can like share the link to that particular page in the forum in the chat over here. If you can respond later on.
just tell me the question, or you will be responded on the
No,
discussion forum. Yeah.
No, I did respond earlier. It was the same question you did just now. That graded
Okay.
assignment 3, this one. I had told last time that I had a different approach towards it, and that you told that at the time like we were running really short of time, so Um,
I
we didn't
didn't. I think
So
you have
activity
discussed with
3.5.
Prashant or Mayur, maybe. I wasn't. I am taking first time for
So,
this. Yeah.
okay.
Excuse me, sir.
So the thing is
Let
that
him complete. Yeah. Please. Yeah.
so what I did
Question
was
number 9.
like I just took the equation for this thing, right, for the sample variance.
Okay.
Okay, then we have x minus x bar the whole square, right? Like sigma x minus x bar the whole square in the numerator.
Right. Right.
Okay, so I took like x minus x, the old x bar, minus the difference in the new x bar. So it will be x minus x bar minus 0.43, the whole square, right? So I took like x minus x bar as a and minus the difference in x bar as b, and took a minus b the whole square.
And then squaring it, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah, you
then
can do it as I think it's correct.
So question number 9.
You can do it like that. It's just like you have to. I think it will be correct, right?
the answer is pretty close. Like there is only I think 0.0 some 0.03 or 0.0.
Maybe a bit calculation error then. But yeah, approach is correct. You can do it.
Because the middle term will get cancelled out because x minus x bar, the sigma of x minus x bar will be that the sum of deviations will become 0. So it will become just x minus x bar of the old one square. So that will be the old standard deviation times n minus 1.
Yeah.
The old variance times n minus 1 and plus the square of the differences.
Okay, I have to check it, but yeah, I think your approach seems correct to me, but yeah, I have to write it in.
Can I just share the link to the page on the forum on the
Yeah, just share
Can you
it in the
just check
chat
it out?
box. Yeah, just share in the chat box. I will look at it.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, question number 9, 10. Get some who was asking.
Sir, sir, can you please tell us from my values?
I don't know. Okay, just quickly tell me the values.
45, 47.
45, 47. You have to definitely do it.
55, 62.
55, 62.
73, 77.
Okay.
78, 79.
78 and 79. Okay.
And we have to calculate the IQR. That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 observation, right?
Yes, sir.
So n is equals to 8 for IQR unit Q3 minus Q1, right?
Yes.
So for Q1 is 25th percentile.
That would be the second term.
0.25. NP is 2. NP is integer. You have to take the mean of second and third observation. 47 plus 55 by 2. 51. Right?
Yes, sir.
Q3 is 75. P is 0.75. Okay, NP will be 0.75.
It will be the sixth term, sir. Sixth.
Yeah, 6 terms. So 6th and 7th, you have to take the mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and 7. 77 plus 78 by 2. 77.5. Just subtracted 26.5.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. Next one, please.
Practice assignment 4.1.
10, sir.
10th question. What's that 10th question?
In the 10th question, they're asking what is the mean rating. I just want to ask how to do that.
Okay, I've erased the data. I can undo it. I think. Yeah. Okay, great.
It's the same data, sir.
Yeah, I know it's the same data for both questions. Okay, so median you have to calculate 50th percentile. NP is equals to 4, right?
Yes, sir.
So fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth, mean of fourth and fifth observation. 62 plus 73 by 2. 65, 135 by 2, which is 67.5 something, I think. Okay, so this is the median, okay?
Okay,
for
sir.
this data. Now, what is added and subtracted, or I think something is there, right?
Sir, it is told that all of the ratings and then converted to 40 points. We need to do the half of it.
40 points, so 40 by 100, right? Yeah, 40 by 100. See, if you are scoring 80 out of 100, right?
Yeah, sir.
Suppose if I have to convert it into 10, then it
Yes.
will be 80 into 10 by 100,
Yes,
which
sir.
is 8. So here, this is your score. You have to convert it into 40 points. So 40 by 100.
Okay, sir.
So it is 0.4 or something. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, practice assignment 4.1.
Practice assignment 4.1. Okay.
They did so well. Practice assignment.
It's different questions for everyone. Can you tell me the question?
Sir, can you please move to graded assignment 4?
Yeah, 1 month after this question. Yeah, please tell me the question.
I'll tell you the question, sir.
Yeah.
Let R be the sample correlation coefficient for the data pairs
Okay.
yi is equal to 1 to n. Then the sample correlation coefficient for the data pairs a plus bxi, c plus dyi, I is equal to 1 to n, provided that b and d have the same sign.
This a plus bx, this like this, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. A plus bx, comma, c plus dyi.
Okay. Okay, let's just
This is the
quickly
doubt
do.
for me also, sir.
Okay, so suppose if I have sx square, okay, something sample. Okay, so will it, if I add something, then the variance is affected or not?
When you add, nothing is affected.
Okay, if I multiply, then
Multiply, you get the square of it.
okay, so
C
that's what
squared, yeah.
that's what I am getting here, right? New. I'm writing n here for new. Okay.
Okay. So the
And
A is not affected. A and C don't make any change.
in this, yeah, okay, this is it. And for covariance, it's become, okay, let me just do it for you. I'm just doing a bit general. Okay,
Yes,
if you take mean of this, okay, then it will be summation, right? Summation A is nothing but n times A, right? Plus B times summation xi, right? And I know by the formula of mean, summation xi is nothing but n times x bar,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So n gets cancelled out, so it's nothing but a plus b times x bar, and similarly its mean is c plus d times y bar, right? Okay, let me just erase it quickly a bit. Now we'll move to covariance formula. Okay, so covariance formula, I'm just solving the numerator thing. Okay, my new x is a plus b xi, right?
Yes.
Minus its mean is a plus bx bar, right?
Yes.
And product c plus dy minus c times c plus dy bar, right?
Yes.
So a get cancelled.
Okay.
So it's
yes.
b times xi minus x bar.
X bar. Okay.
And it's here d times cc get cancelled, d times yi minus y bar. So it's summation b d times xi minus x bar yi minus y bar, right?
Yes.
And if I divided it by n minus 1, it will be covariance, right? Sample covariance.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just quickly put it into the formula for correlation. Okay, so correlation formula is covariance. My new covariance is this thing, right?
Yes.
BD times, this is the old covariance. Okay, the old covariance, this thing,
Right.
upon
Standard deviation.
this is my new, this is my old, so yeah, b square sx square and d square sy square. So it's something b d times sx sy.
Yes, sir.
This thing get cancelled out, so correlation is same as previous.
Same
it don't
as
get
that.
affected. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have a small conceptual doubt regarding the correlation coefficient.
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, if the correlation coefficient is a number like minus 0.001 or minus 0.02,
Okay.
028, something like that,
Mhm.
what can we say about the linear relationship
It's
from the
absent. It's absent.
Yes,
And
I
I
have a
will
same
write it
question.
for
Linear
you.
relationship.
That
Please
means
discuss the approach.
that means there is no linear relationship between them.
Yeah, there is no linear relationship between them.
And can we say that the linear relationship is very weak and negative?
No, 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 no. I'm just writing it for you. I've already discussed it once. See, if absolute value of R is in this range, you say absence. Okay. If it's in the this range, you say weak. If it's in the this range, you say moderate. And for last, it's strong. Okay. So just check if this value lies in the first range, absence of linear relationship. Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
They ask whether it is linear related, not linear related. We can say not linear related also.
Yeah, you can say it's not linearly related. Okay. Someone has
That
doubts on.
means,
Yeah.
yes. Graded assignment 4.
Sir, this categorization is based on some assumption
Question
or
number 5 and 6.
It's just
mathematical.
It's just assumption. Different people assume it differently. Ma'am assumed it like that.
Okay, got it. It is assumption, then we will
Yeah, it's
assume
just
that it is like,
subjective opinion.
okay,
Some
fine.
might.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Sir.
Okay, my battery is also low. Yeah, quickly. Which question?
Yes, 5. Question number 5.
Yeah, you have to find the correlation coefficient between these two.
Yes, this is the data, sir. In your example, there is a company A and company B. I just want to discuss the approach. But here, I should assume the category from the location, na?
Yeah, it's for the question 5. It's correlation between
5.
1 plus and BBK electronics. So 1 plus is this data, second column, and BBK is third data. You have to just find correlation. Both are numerical variable. Just find correlation.
Okay, there is no relation with the location.
No, there is no
We
location
should
for. We
choose
are
0
talking
and
about.
1 plus and BK.
We are talking about only these two variables, 1 plus and BBK. Both are numerical. Find the correlation between them.
Okay.
Location will come into existence only when we will go to the point by serial, right, ma'am?
Yeah, right.
Sir, in the
what?
Sir,
Yeah,
in the
please.
same assignment, question number 7.
Only two categorical variables, no?
Yeah, only two categories. Let me just
If it is
see.
more
Let
than
me just
number 7.
plug in the 1 minute. I'm coming. Let me just plug in.
And question number 6, we just calculate the correlation R, na? After that, we should decide.
Yeah, please, sir. Sorry. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, which question?
Question number 5, sir, you discussed. There is a two categorical variable, 1 plus and BBK electronics.
Numerical variable. Both are numerical variable. See?
Then okay.
Find the
And for
correlation
question
coefficient between.
number 6, I have to calculate the correlation R. After that, I have to decide.
Yeah, after finding the value, just decide which one is the true.
Sir, in
We have a confusion in question number 5.
Sir, if we
What will be the approach?
Sorry, can you repeat one by one, please? Yeah.
Question number 5. What will be the approach, sir?
I have to just simply find the 1 plus is a numerical variable, BBK is a numerical variable. Just use the formula covariance divided by standard deviation of these two and find the correlation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, in the same assignment, question number 7.
Okay, question 7. Yeah.
So
We covered this type of question. Yeah. In the slides.
Here we have to cover the find the point biserial coefficient.
Yeah, because one is numerical and one is categorical, right?
Sir, whether we are asked influenced or relation, that
If
does not
both are
matter.
same thing, yeah.
Both are same, sir. If the,
Yeah,
if the relation is being asked between numerical and categorical, then we have to go to the point by
Point-wise.
serial.
Yeah.
Or if we are asked between numerical and numerical, then you have to go to the
Correlation, Pearson correlation
Yeah,
coefficient.
this was
we
the
call it.
confusion we are. Okay,
Okay.
sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, anything else?
Sir, I got covariance as 0. So
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can get it as 0.
So it means there is no relation.
Yeah, just decide on that. Covariance is 0, put it in formula, find correlation. On the basis of correlation, just take it.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, anyone else? I think it's already close to 10.
Yeah, sir. Very
Yep.
nice session, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, we can end it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All
Thank you
the
very
best.
much.
Thank
It
you.
was a very nice
for
session.
test.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And prepare well for qualifier and do mocks properly
We're
also.
trying our best, sir.
Yeah, I am also trying, sir, but
Mathematics is making trouble.
mathematics.
Just keep trying.
Okay,
So,
but still we are enjoying the course.
Just
Okay,
wanted
sir.
to remind that I have shared that link as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've opened the link. I will answer it there. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
All the
Okay.
best, everybody,
Thank you, sir.
for the quiz one. Thank you.
All the best.
Yeah, all the best. Yeah, you all can leave. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.